Welcome back to Crypto Meets AI. Harry here with an update for you. Do me a favor, friends. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and comment down below. It really does help. Now let's get into this. We're sitting at $3.03, trading within a range of 279 to 305. We're up about 4.5% on the 24-hour period. We did test that 280 range like I expected, bounced right back up, and now we're sitting above $3 again, which is a very good sign. And I'm sure it's all to do with too late Powell finally signaling he's going to lower interest rates. And here's your daily well alert. Ripple just transferred 35 million XRP to an unknown wallet. You don't do these kind of transfers and moves just for pure speculation and hype. We're seeing these well transfers because real world adoption is happening right before our eyes. And the United States of America patented XRP in 1988. The document mentions David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple. XRP is a done deal. And after all the things that we've uncovered in the documents we've seen and video after video showing proof that the U.S. government is connected to XRP and Ripple. In my opinion, XRP and Ripple were the chosen one. They were chosen long ago, way back in 2004, when Ryan Fugger published the first Ripple papers. Here's a summary of Fed Chair Powell's Jackson Hole speech. Shifting balances of risk may warrant adjusting policy. Suggests downside risks to employment are rising and labor supply has softened in line with demand. Fed's abandoning flexible average inflation targeting framework. Can't take stable inflation expectations for granted. The Fed is preparing for a September rate cut. The money printer is being heated up and getting ready to be turned on. And now let's go down that old rabbit hole. Ripple's role in the Beacon Network, the hidden trust engines for institutions. What if Ripple's participation in the Beacon Network isn't just about crypto safety, but a part of a deeper effort to make XRP the trust anchor for global finance? Let's dig deep and see what we can find out. Beacon Network, launched August 2025 by TRM Labs. It's the first real-time crypto response network, a powerful alliance of exchanges, payment providers, and law enforcement. Ripple is a founding member working alongside Coinbase, Binance, PayPal, Kraken, and others. The goal? Stop stolen crypto before it vanishes. Beacon can flag fraud-related wallets in real time and push alerts to participating platforms to freeze ill-gotten gains in seconds, not days. It has already helped intercept funds from major hacks and scams. Why should you care? Institutional investors, banks, sovereign funds, custodians demand bulletproof compliance. Beacon sets the proof of level security needed for institutions to trust an asset. Ripple isn't just joining, it's designing the rules. This isn't Ripple's first rodeo in compliance. Remember, Ripple was a co-founder of the 2013 Digital Assets Transfer Authority, DATA, providing AML guidance to early crypto systems. Now they're part of real-world enforcement infrastructure. Imagine the narrative. Banks won't touch crypto unless it's regulator safe and traceable. Ripple positions XRP not just as fast, but as an institutional grade, the clean digital asset. Here's the deeper theory. Ripple joining Beacon isn't altruism. It's influence. If you set the standards, you shape the outcome. Ripple helps build the crime response engine and ensures XRP is aligned with its laws. They're not just building rails, they're building confidence. The same Ripple that meets with central banks in Asia, Europe, Middle East is now engineering the security backbone they will require. Beacon is more than compliance. It's a brand of trust, FX, stolen asset immunization, frictionless legality painted, and redaction proof code. XRP isn't just liquid, it's institutionally durable. Final question. Is Ripple building the settlement software or building the asset security framework that turns XRP into the global trust token? If you found this information valuable, please comment, share, like, and subscribe. Ripple did something that should terrify JP Morgan and thrill XRP holders. $150 million credit line to Gemini, a federal crypto bank in the making. This isn't just big, it's historic. Let's break it down. Gemini's lifeline. Ripple extended Gemini a $75 million secured credit line, expandable to $150 million. Zero funds drawn yet, but it's listed in Gemini's IPO filing. And why does this matter? Gemini is bleeding. H1 2025, $282 million in losses, $2+ billion in liabilities. This credit line equals emergency oxygen as a prep for a NASDAQ IPO. But Ripple didn't do this just to help a friend, and nobody gives anything for free. Enter RLUSD. If Gemini draws over $75 million, Ripple can shift the loan to RLUSD. That means stablecoin adoption at institutional scale. Gemini could settle IPO flows in RLUSD. Does that sound familiar? Ripple's playbook, Bullish. Earlier this year, Bullish settled $1.15 billion using RLUSD for its IPO. It worked. Now Ripple's doing it again with Gemini. But this time, there's more on the line. The bank move. Ripple filed for a U.S. National Trust Bank charter in July. If approved, it can hold Fed reserves, offer FDIC-insured crypto deposits, use XRP escrow as capital. Read that again. Yes, use XRP escrow as capital. What does this unlock? With 40 billion XRP in escrow, Ripple could become a top 20 bank by capital, all on chain, all regulated. Gemini is the first demonstration. RLUSD is the bridge, and XRP is the rail. The resistance is loud. ICBA, NCRC, JP Morgan, Bank of America, they all oppose the charter. Why? Because Ripple isn't just joining the financial system, it's replacing the plumbing. It's making the traditional banking irrelevant. Why? XRP wins. Every RLUSD transaction equals XRP ledger activity. More activity equals more fees in XRP. Less selling from escrow, more bullish momentum. It's indirect, but it's powerful. Now zoom out. Ripple's building a crypto-native banking stack. Credit facilities, Gemini. Stablecoin rails, RLUSD. Institutional adoption, regulatory structure. This isn't theory, it's execution at its finest. The bottom line, Ripple's not launching a token, it's launching a financial empire. Gemini is the first piece. If the bank charter is approved, TradFi has a major problem. And I'm sure it's just coincidence that Ripple just gave Gemini a loan, and now Gemini secures Mika license from MFSA, now clear to expand crypto services across 30 plus European countries. Do you think that was a coincidence? Nah, we don't believe in coincidences here. Gold on the XRP ledger solves its transportability problem. Digital currencies aren't the end game. They're the bridge to something bigger. The real milestone is a gold-backed stablecoin, turning gold into a globally circulating currency. XRP is the universal settlement layer that makes it possible.
I don't think there's actually been a real stablecoin invented out there yet, but I think that we may be able to create the first ever real stablecoin with real assets backing it. And so the ultimate goal is to improve the accessibility, the transparency, the provenance, and the trust behind gold and moving gold around. And so we've got a pretty heavy initiative focused on trying to work with a broader group of the refiners, the banks, the traders, to come up with a system that is gold backed and allows us to move gold around quickly, freely, with confidence, with trust, and with transparency, and actually ultimately provide gold as an alternative to the US dollar.
I say it once and I'll say it again. If you can tokenize gold, you no longer need Bitcoin as digital gold. You can have the real thing. And is the ship sinking? And just in, Strategy Vice President, CFO, Andrew Kang has sold $20 million worth of MicroStrategy stock so far this month, which was previously MicroStrategy. Is that ship sinking? I don't know. Maybe so. Ripple and Japan's SBI Holdings, through its subsidiary SBI VC Trade, announced partnerships to distribute RLUSD stablecoin in Japan Q1 2026. And soon, the rest of the G20 nations will follow. XRP's role is bigger than people think. Ripple is quietly being positioned to power BRICS cross-border payments. Standard Chartered is the bridge, plugged into both Ripple and BRICS Pay. If XRP settles BRICS trade, this market cap is a joke. Are you beginning to understand how XRP could power BRICS Pay settlement? Standard Charter's dual enrollment may open the door for XRP to power cross-border settlements within BRICS. I don't know about you, but I don't trust anything about Bitcoin. People need to stop blindly trusting every project that says it's Bitcoin aligned. Let's take a look at STX. For years, they swore supply was hard capped at 1.8 billion. Then one governance vote came along, and suddenly 525 million new tokens appear out of thin air. This is the very definition of betraying holders. Years of branding themselves around scarcity gets thrown out the window in one vote. If a project can rip up its own monetary policy this easily, what else is up for grabs when pressure builds? Bitcoin's ethos is no bailouts, no inflation, and no compromise. If a BTC Layer 2 needs to inflate to survive, it was never really aligned in the first place. And after all the years, STX turned out to be just another chain printing its way out of problems, just like the U.S. government and the U.S. dollar. Well, that's what I have for you, folks. Until next time, stay savvy, stay stacking, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and comment down below. And if you want more crypto deep dives, check out our videos right here on Crypto Meets AI. Thank you for watching. Remember to always do your own research. This is not financial advice.